Hello friends, this is Jack from Choco Anime Recap, and today, I'm going to recap the 2022 soccer football anime called Blue Lock, Episode 18. But before that, it's my humble request to every person who is watching this. Please like this video and share it with your friends. After being used by Isagi, Baro falls to the ground and wonders why is he on his knees, and unable to steal even one goal, declaring that he should be the king of the field. He recalls his past when he was always the main action of the field. He thinks that he had so much talent, and when it comes to soccer, he believed everyone besides himself were supporting roles. While playing a soccer match at his young age, a bunch of boys praised him for his amazing abilities, but every time he heard that kind of praise from those around him, he thought that they are playing the supporting role, but still they are happy, and wonders what's so fun about playing soccer like that. Even declared himself as a king in front of them. At this stage, he gave up on trying to understand others, and became obsessed with just pursuing his own soccer. After becoming stronger, he realized that the reason why he enjoys soccer to this extent is not just to taste the feeling of being the king, or not just he wants to kick the ball, but he wanted people like himself. People who also bet their lives in soccer like himself. And so, he used his goals to drag these people of the seat of main actor, and played soccer to feel that pleasure. Nagi then tells that if they lose the next ball, they will also lose this game. Informs him not to worry, as they will catch up to the goals. Suddenly, with determination in his mind, Baro kicks the ball from the center, but to his annoyance, ball hits on the pole of goal. Seeing this loose ball, Kunigami runs towards it, but Nagi appeared behind him, causing him to give the pass to Ryo, who does not want to lose the ball in front of the goal. To his shock, Isagi appears in front of him. Ryo, seeing this dire state, thinks that Isagi must have read where the pass would have come from. Since he does not want to lose to him again, he fiercely kicks the ball before Isagi can get it. To his surprise, Baro arrives on the scene and runs towards the loose ball. He thinks that if he carried the ball 2 or 3 meters in one touch, he will be able to reach his 28-meter shooting range, and will steal a goal. Just as he about to enter his shooting range, Chigiri appeared behind him, and informs him that he is faster than him. Shocked, Baro wonders what to do in this difficult situation, and thinks that if he take the time to touch the ball once, Chigiri will catch up to him and steal the ball. Just as he wondering what to do, suddenly, Isagi runs in front of him, and with monster eyes, asks him to give the pass. To Baro's horror, he gives him the pass and Isagi scores the goal, leveling the score 4-4. Shocked, everyone wonders about Baro's past, but thinks that it was made unintentionally and unconsciously, like a weak bowing down to the strongest. After devouring Baro, Isagi repeats Baro's line and tells him to move for the sake of his goal. Feeling despair, Baro states that the ball was not passed, but made to pass. And in that moment, he lost to Isagi. He then realizes that the main actor of the Blue Lock is not him, but Isagi. During the break, the red team thinks about Isagi and states that they don't feel like they can stop him now. But Ryo tells them that since they will start with the ball, they should keep it that way. And if they lose the ball, they will also lose the game. Hearing this, Chigiri tells them to use his speed, as he is the only who has the highest chance of scoring a goal. Agreed, Team Red vows to win this game. On the other side, Isagi is also worried about the ball and states that since they are starting with the ball, they need to steal it away first. Nagi informs him that Chigiri is bad news. Even if they keep a close guard on him, he will still crush anyone in an even contest of speed, and if he's able to rush in with all he's got, he will overpower us and win this game for his team. Hearing this, Isagi tells him that they have no choice but to stop them before that. Nagi then asks him to work with Baro, as he thinks that it would be easier to defend with 3 of them, but Isagi informs him that nothing they can say will matter to that fallen king, and that both of them will need to settle this. As the game starts, Ryo takes the ball but Isagi blocks him on the way. He opens a way for Ryo to pass the ball to Kunigami, But Ryo thinks that he wants to use Chigiri's speed to charge forward, but has no choice to pass the ball to Kunigami, as Nagi is blocking Chigiri's way. He then passes the ball to Kunigami, who gets approached from behind by Baro. Kunigami, realizing that he cannot take on Baro with his skills, and does not want to lose the ball to any of them, passes the ball back to Ryo. Seeing this, Ryo wonders that if they keep passing to each other, they will never be able to attack. Determined to defeat Isagi, Ryo makes a stunning dribbling and passes the ball to Chigiri, even declaring his victory over Isagi. Suddenly, Nagi runs straight towards the ball. Seeing this, Ryo thinks that since he could not beat Chigiri in an even race, so he's going all out to try to intercept the pass. But Isagi tells him that his pass was nice, as they were waiting for this moment. Hearing this, Ryo realizes that all of this was part of Isagi's plan, as he wanted Nagi to touch the ball before Chigiri and then pass it to Baro. After receiving the ball, Isagi calls him a loser and tells him to go ahead. Baro, feeling embarrassed, realizes that the field is shining for the sake of Isagi's goal, and yet he does not feel any frustration, despite not being the main actor of the field anymore. Suddenly, Nagi approaches from his right side and asks him to give the ball to him, but Chigiri blocks his way. Realizing this dire situation, Baro thinks that Nagi and Isagi are showing a vision of the goal, and if he passes the ball to any of them, they will win this game, and he can become a piece of the coming goal. Baro then wonders if this is what they call a team, or this is the so-called chemical reaction with those two. As begins to give the pass, he suddenly stops and realizes that if he gives this pass to any of them, all the hard work he had done in whole life will be over. He also states that the act of entrusting will save him, but that is nothing but escapism. For people with broken dreams, their lives are an excuse for the losers, and he does not want to live throughout that future. Realizing this, Baro uses a chop feint and then an angle dribble, shocking Kunigami on the spot. Seeing his intense motion, Ryo thinks that if he passes to Isagi, the game will be over, but Baro tricks him, as he used Isagi as bait and charges with a lightning dribble without killing his speed. Kunigami, seeing Baro's monster avatar, realizes that he must be experiencing an awakening at point of the game, and calls Chigiri to chase after him, as he will not pass to anyone anymore. Baro then appears behind Isagi and charges again with a lightning-fast speed. Chigiri, seeing this, realizes that he used Isagi as barrier to hide his next action. Baro, determined to crush Isagi, informs them that this is his time to devour Isagi, and plans on getting past all of them. He also tells them that he's not gonna end up in a supporting role, and if Isagi and Nagi are the main actors, then he will devour them and be the villain if he has to. With this newfound ego, Baro kicks the ball and scores a scoring, ensuring a victory for his team. Isagi and Nagi welcome him back as the king of the field. With fierce determination, Baro yells out loudly, claiming that this wicked road is his new king's road, and he is the only king. After the match, Isagi runs towards him to give him a high five, but Baro grabs him from his collar, telling him to take back the word donkey which he said to him earlier. Hearing this, Isagi tells him that he was wrong as he is an amazing player. Suddenly, Nagi hits Baro from behind and begins celebrating their victory. Praising his lightning-fast dribbles, Nagi asks Baro why he didn't do it earlier, to which Baro tells them that he always thought that the field only belonged to him, and he was versus all the rest, but Isagi and Nagi were the first ones to steal the lead role away from him. He then realized that in order to survive, he must dominate the field as a villain, and so, his new chop-dribbling weapon was born. Baro also informs them that villain or not, his dream is to become the world's best striker, and the king of the field, even telling him that he won't lose to him again. As Baro leaves the area, Isagi and Nagi fist bump each other, calling it a nice game. Unri, looking at Baro as chop dribbles, realizes that he is one of the top talents in Japan, and starts praising his awakening even more. Suddenly, Ego informs her that this was not his awakening, but was his pure talent. He then explains that defeat is a simple phenomenon that must exist in the world of competition. Even for the world's best striker, it's impossible to win every single game. What matters is what they take from the defeat. A loser is denied by the field they are playing on, but for a fighter, there is nothing worse than that despair. Feeling despair, Team Red wonders what will happen to them as they have lost the game now. Suddenly, Team White appears in front of them. Isugi states that in order to defeat Rin and win back Bachira, he chooses this guy. And this brings the anime to an end. Comment for part 19. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.